Greysia Polii, they take on, well, the unseeded but very strong Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang of China. That Chinese pair, a relatively new pairing. Both very strong, very experienced players, of course, but they've only recently started playing together, and so they're not seeded at this event, but they will be very tough opposition indeed. Maheswari and Polii coming through quite comfortably, it has to be said. They had a bye in the first round as #1 seeds. They beat Imoan and Nitya 21-13, 21-11. Their quarter-final was similar against Awanda and Niketut 21-15, 21-16. And their semi-final yesterday against Andini and Giovanni, also 14 and 15. So we're in for a really good match. Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang. Well, they had a tough quarter-final, it has to be said, against the Malaysian pair, Vivian Kamunihu and Kei Wei Woon. That went to a third set, but came through that one 21-13. And their semi-final yesterday against Kamala Dewi and Vita Marissa was 21-12, 21-18. Announcers just introducing the court officials, the umpire and service judge, and the players very shortly will be making their way to the court. Here we have Polii and Maheswari looking quite relaxed, it has to be said. A big final for them. And you'd have to say we've got the bookmakers' favourites in front of us here with Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang in their bright yellow match kit. So Yu Yang and Tang Yuanting won the toss and elected to take the far end of the court, the top of the screen as we look down. And so the players change ends to start this first game. Ranked 49 in the world, this Chinese pair, but that's no reflection of their experience or abilities. They've been playing together for a few months, but previously Tang Yuanting was paired up with Ma Jin and Bao Yixin. Greysia Polii and Nitya Krishinda Maheswari, ranked #4 in the world. They were up at #3 earlier this year, just a few months back, and the #1 seeds here. They made the semi-final at the French Open, losing their two Chinese opposition of Liu Ying and Liu Yu. But they had really good wins over top Korean opposition. And a good Japanese defeat of the Japanese in the quarter-final along the way to that semi. They won the Korean Open, beating Chang Yi-na and Lee So-hee along the way. This Chinese pairing, they've recently lost in the final to their Chinese teammates, Yuanting and Zhao Yunlei, in Hong Kong in November.
Ready to play?
And they also won the China Open, that Super Series premier event, beating Matsumoto and Takahashi, the number 3 seeds there, in that final. In fact, they beat Qing and Yunlei in the semi-final of that event as well, so no stranger to a big game, Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang. Muhammad Ali, the umpire, and Budi Santosa, the service judge, ready for the action in this women's doubles final. These two pairs have met 3 times this year. Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang coming through to win all 3 of those. They met in Hong Kong. The first set was close at 22-20. The second less so at 21-11. They also met in China. Slightly more comfortable win there for Yuanting and Yang.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Yu Yang and Tang Yuanting, China. And on my left, Nitya, Krishinda, Maheswari, and Greysia, Polii, Indonesia. Yu Yang to serve to Greysia, Polii, level, play.
Great length on the backhand there from Tang Yuanting. That was inch perfect. And much like the mixed doubles we saw moments ago, this Chinese pairing, Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang, very much have a favoured formation. Yu Yang so dominant at the net. She plays a lot like Liliana Nitya, I think. And Tang Yuanting, the much stronger of the pair, favoured to be at the rear of the court, hitting smashes and drop shots and setting up her teammate for the net kill. Let's just see if they adopt that same formation throughout this match. Great pressure there, though, from Maheswari. Those drives going right into the body of Tang Yuanting. Oh, that was fantastic stuff from the Indonesians. Just outmaneuvering Yu Yang and Tang Yuanting there, playing into the open space. Yu Yang decided to drop back and leave the net. And then that deceptive slice on the drop shot. Too good for Yu Yang. This is going to be a very fascinating game of women's doubles. Both pairs very happy to sit back and play a very flat, fast-paced rally. And then mixing it up with punch clears and flat lifts. This match really could have everything. Yeah, great pressure again there from the Indonesian pair.
5-all.
Forcing that lift short of a good length and put away very nicely. Oh, it's just drifted along, what a shame.
6-5.
Yu Yang showing her commitment to the net. The Indonesians awake to it. There we go, she steps in, but oh, that wasn't far out, was it? Just 5 centimeters or so.
Service over. 6-all. Service over. 7-6.
Slight confusion there. Yu Yang unable to get her racket onto that flat drive, but Yuanting had it covered. The backhand was quite short, but the mistake came from the Indonesian, and that was the most athletic leave I think I've ever seen. The serve was short. Tang Yuanting believes it hit her opponent on the way through, but she did very well to get out of the way of that. Great defense from Krishinda Maheswari there. Struggling, it has to be said, to reach each of those, but just getting enough on it to get that lift into the back tram lines and not make it easy for the Chinese pair to hit down hard. And they're well in this game, it has to be said. It's not what I expected. I expected the Chinese to assert their dominance on this match from the start, but
Service over. 8-9.
that's a bit better from Tang Yuanting. Her racket up early and keeping the pressure on. Yeah, really good stuff from the Chinese. That was played with a lot of patience from the moment that flick serve went over Maheswari's head. The slower pace drop from Yuanting, and then she stepped in very early, very well indeed to the net.
Service over. 10-9.
The Chinese really trying to put pressure on the Indonesians at the rear of the court. They've missed a few, some unforced errors, but they've always missed by just a few centimetres. It's never very far out, but
Service over. 10-all.
just trying a little too hard at times.
Service over. 11-10.
shake of the head there from Yu Yang as she leaves the court. Tang Yuanting with the error on the smash. The Indonesian defense just doing enough to get it away from Yu Yang over her head. Tactics that are working so far, it has to be said. Perhaps they had some instructions from the Indonesians that Yu Yang and Tang Yuanting faced yesterday. They really did allow Yu Yang to dominate at the net, and it was easy to see at the time that the tactics had to be get her away from the net. Avoid that pressure that Yu Yang can apply. She's so good at the front of the court. And this Indonesian pair really are adopting that deeper defense, which is really good to see.
Polii. Yu Yang. 11-10, play. Service fourth call, service over. 11 all.
Yeah, the service judge just calling a service fault there. It seems her racket head was just too high.
Play.
Great stick smash from Tang Yuanting, that flick of the wrist from the rear court, that very short swing. Just giving her opponents no idea of what shot she's going to play, and the defense was just too deep in the end. Oh, what a shame. A great, well-worked rally from the Indonesians. That backhand from the mid-court, that cross-court net really did set up that one. That really did set up some sort of attack, but the defense from Tang Yuanting was good. The length was good, and the error came from the Indonesian at the end there. What a shame. Oh, fantastic badminton here in this women's doubles final. It was easy to see early on in that rally that pressure came from Yu Yang, but the defense was good. They had to get it over her head. They did that, and the rally continued. It really is keeping the Indonesians in this game. Some great defensive work there. And Tang Yuanting this time with the error. The smash going long of the baseline. Working hard, as you can see from the look on the Indonesians' faces. Hard on the lungs, no doubt, fighting so hard to defend this very strong Chinese attack. And you can see how much work Tang Yuanting is having to put in. They really are trying to keep Yu Yang away from the front of the court. Yu Yang smiles.
13 all.
Tang Yuanting looking exhausted. We're only at 13 all. It's the first game. This match could go all the way, and it will come down to who has got the endurance. That was a great cross-court drop, though. The disguise from the racket head of Maheswari there. She looks more relieved than pleased. I think just relieved to get a breather.
Service over. 14-13.
If I were the Chinese, I'd be wanting to finish these rallies as early as possible if they can get on the attack. If I was the Indonesians, I'd want to be dragging these rallies out as long as possible, tiring their opponents out, and then getting some kind of half-court opportunity to take the pace off the shuttle. Make their opponents work. It's no easy job raining smashes down from the back of the court. I imagine Tang Yuanting is going to be very tired towards the end of this match. The crowd really getting behind this Indonesian women's doubles pair. The crowd almost full now in here in this arena, and in fact we've got crowd sat all around me here, which is building the atmosphere from the commentary desk. There'd be nothing better for this crowd than to see Maheswari and Polii overcome this very strong Chinese attack, I'm sure. So let's just see if they can hold it together. We had a fifth player on centre court for a moment there. Just a fly or something that caused the slight delay. Look at that defence, though. The Chinese pair having to work so hard in attack, but the Indonesians defending so well and finally getting the opportunity, moving Yuanting around the court and opening up that gap. Put away so well. That round the head smash from Polii was incredible. She was out of position. It was right onto the hip of Yuanting, and all Yuanting could do to get it back was a half-court lift, which Polii followed in very impressively indeed. And great to see the crowd getting so involved here at this Grand Prix Gold event.
Play.
Great stuff from Yuanting. Perfect length again there.
15.
Frustration showing on the face of Greysia Polii there. This first game just slipping away from the Indonesians, but it's
16-19.
the error from the Chinese. 16-19, just 3 points the lead. Oh, that was well left from Tang Yuanting. That was very close to the line indeed. Yeah, great smash.
17-20.
It was the placement of the smash that caught Tang Yuanting by surprise. That cross-court smash causing her to react late. And all she could do would put it back into the net, sadly. 17-20. And there's the example of Yang just having the confidence and ability to do whatever she liked at the front of the court. That was really good to see. Showed signs of what we saw yesterday in the semi-final. And it's 21-17. That first game just taking 19 minutes. It's 21-17 to the unseeded but very strong, very experienced Chinese pair of Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang. I don't know about you guys watching at home, but I'm really hoping to see a third set in this match. It's quite a fascinating match where the Chinese pairing are trying to get on the attack with Tang Yuanting at the rear of the court and Yu Yang dominating the net. But the defense, it has to be said, from the Indonesians has been absolutely incredible at times. Coping with that pressure and just trying to find an opening where they can exploit and get on the attack themselves.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
All players working so hard.
Second game, love all, play. Service over.
Second game, some confusion there. Down the center of the court for the Chinese in the yellow nearest us. That flat drive just causing some confusion about who's going to take it. And that's better from Yu Yang.
Over. 1-all.
That drive right into the body of Maheswari, forcing the weak reply.
Four, 2,
and
1.
Again, it seems the tactics so far in this game are that flat drive into the chests of their opponents, force a weak reply, which so far isn't coming back over the net. I'm sure we'll see a few that will, and which Yu Yang will step forward and put away.
Three, 1.
Yeah, there we have Yu Yang stepping forward, asserting her dominance at the front of the court, and the Indonesians that time just not sure what to do under that pressure.
Four, 5, 1.
And again, that flat attack at the bodies of the Indonesians working to great effect. Really pressurizing the middle of the court, the Chinese at the moment. Oh, fantastic stuff. Great defense from the Indonesians. Polii was on the floor. The rally was all but over 2 or 3 times, but Maheswari and Polii just recovering enough to get a racket to the shuttle, turn it cross-court at times and keep it away from the oncoming onslaught of Yuanting. And in the end, it was the error from Tang Yuanting, I think it was. That's put a point on the board for the Indonesians finally, but wow, if that's what they have to go through to win a point, this match is going to be a very hard work indeed for them.
Service over, 6-2.
Yeah, great, well-placed smash there
3-6.
from Maheswari, splitting the defense of the Chinese right down the center of those two. And again, creating that confusion of who was going to pick up, retrieve that smash. Great tactics.
Service over, 7-3.
Just a flick of the wrist from Polii, that drifting long of the baseline.
Service over.
And Tang Yuanting laughs to herself, but that really was a poor, unforced error, it has to be said. They did well to create that opportunity to smash, but you'd expect more from Tang Yuanting, it has to be said.
Service over.
Yeah, that was in.
8-4.
From my perspective, that was a perfect call from the line judges. Again, Yuanting reading that so well, stepping in so early, and the Indonesians that time not reading Yuanting's movement, placing the shuttle right where she wanted it.
Service over.
And the perfect kill. Great return of serve though from Indonesia, and brings about 5-8. They're clinging on to this second game. Oh, what a shame. It was great defense for most of that rally.
9-5.
Tang Yuanting going for the slower drop shots instead of the smash 2 or 3 times in that rally, but in the end it was the very easy, it has to be said, net block
Play.
error that Maheswari made. I think the oncoming Yuanting just put her off. She sensed that movement and realised she had to make that net block very tight indeed, but that pressure just forced the error.
Play. Polii.
Polii just unhappy with the tactics of Yuanting for a second there.
Service over. 10-6.
Couple of mind games before that previous point, I think, on serve. Just trying to put off her opponent.
11-6. Interval.
But a great flat drive to finish that rally into the face of Polii. He did well just to get out of the way of it, really.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 6, play. Service over. 7-11.
Yeah, it's well left there from the Indonesians. That's just drifting along of the baseline once again.
Service over. 12-7.
Oh, again,
13.
great
7.
defense from the Indonesians for most of that rally. The Chinese pair having to work so hard in attack as well. But the oncoming, well, the onslaught of smashes and net shots. My coach would always say you can't win a match defending the whole game. At some point you need to try and turn that defense into attack. She slipped, in fact, that was the error. Her right foot was slipping away from her as she tried to play that shot, and she was out of position, so a shame there for Maheswari.
Seven.
That error on the net return brings about a 7-point gap now in this second game. And surely it's too far for the Indonesians to get back into this match, especially when Yuanting is stepping forward at the net like that, applying that kind of pressure.
7.
The Indonesians starting to look slightly tired in their defence now. Oh, I felt that one from here, it has to be said. A great smash. An awful lift, to be honest, and to Maheswari gave that everything it deserved. It was just very unfortunate that Yuanting was in the way. Coming off her head. And I've no doubt that that is stinging a little. Oh, well judged by Tang Yuanting. Again, great defence from the Indonesians right up until the last shot where that lift was just long of the baseline, and there's an 8-point gap now in this second game.
Play. Fourth. Service over. 9-8.
That smash from Maheswari again, straight down the middle of the defense of the Chinese pair. Causing that confusion, causing one of them to take it later than they would normally, and they failed to get it back over the net. It's good tactics. Always good to attack the center of your doubles opponents.
Service over. 17-9.
But this 7 or 8 point lead still there, and we're getting towards the end of this second game. Oh, that was perfect.
18-9.
Yu Yang with the confidence just to open her body and turn that cross court. The length, the width, the depth was perfect. The Chinese just showing their skills in defense.
Service over. 10-18. Service over. 19-10.
It was either a clash of rackets or a string that went. We heard that quite clearly. Oh, it was the clash of rackets, look. Maheswari's racket is broken in half at the top, at the head. That clash with her partner there, just giving her no chance but to put any control on the shuttle.
Service over. 11-19. Service over.
Great length again from Yu
20,
Yang.
Match point 11.
Soaking up the pressure and feeling confident in her defense now, it seems. Brings about the first match point in this women's doubles final. And they only needed the one chance. Yu Yang stepping forward as she does so often, putting away that kill at the net. And nice to see Yu Yang and Maheswari exchanging a few friendly gestures, and yeah, good to see that there was no love. There was no negative thoughts between those two there at the end of that game after that bit of angst on the return of serve, and also that smash that hit Yu Yang right in the middle of her head there. So it's the Chinese pair that progressed through to the final. Confirmation of that final result. Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang in straight sets, 21-17, 21-11. And really good to see the friendly, competitive nature of that match. And the big happy smiles at the end between the two pairs. The players now making their way through to the podium area. Medals presented by Colonel of the Malang Naval Base and the commander down there, Rudy Sutanto. There you have the silver medalists at this Yonex Sunrise Indonesian Masters Women's Doubles Final. A confident performance by the Chinese and a good win there. Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang, all smiles and celebrations as they pick up their gold medals. And their winners' checks, of course. A check between them for $9,480 US. The flowers being presented by the Mayor, Infantry Irianto, is the operational officer here. And the souvenirs by Nikki Kadek, marketing manager at Leebly.com. So confirmation of the results, mixed doubles, Tontawi Ahmed and Liliana Nitya coming through that all Indonesian mixed doubles final, 21-18, 21-13. We just saw Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang overcoming Maheswari and Polii of Indonesia, 21-17, 21-11. A fair result, probably an expected result, and a very hard-fought competitive match. Up next, we've got women's singles. It's He Bingjiao taking on her teammate from China, Chen Yufei. Both juniors, in fact. He Bingjiao, just 18 years old. Chen Yufei, just 17. Both featuring in the World Junior Championships earlier this year. As we see the technical officials walking in towards the court now. Quick look at the draw and the road through to this final for both of these players. It was He Bingjiao who knocked out the #1 seed in the quarterfinals, PV Sindhu. An incredible game. PV Sindhu losing her head, it has to be said, at the end of the second game, and Bingjiao coming through that one 23-21, 21-13. It was a slightly more comfortable result in the semi-final against Hera Desi here yesterday. Chen Yufei full of confidence. She had a tough second round against the Malaysian Ying Yi T. 3 sets, 21-14 in the final set there, and a more comfortable quarter-final against Kusu Matuti, 23-21, 21-11. The semi-final yesterday again she was looking full of confidence and playing with a lot of skill and class, it had to be said, in the semi-final. So this really is a well-matched and exciting prospect we've got in front of us for the women's singles final here.
You choose blue or red. Then you got the red one, okay? You'll receive. You serve, okay? Let's go. Bingjiao. Bingjiao.
Chen Yufei winning the toss and again electing the far end of the court, the top of the screen, as we look down. I believe that's every match so far today in the finals. We've seen the winners of the coin toss elect that far end of the court first, so maybe some conditions I'm not aware of out there on court. He Bingjiao, 18 years old, the unseeded junior. She's ranked 67 in the world. I'm sure she's on the rise, especially at that age. She was in the World Junior quarterfinals earlier this year. She lost in the quarterfinal to Jin Wei Go of Malaysia. Jin Wei Go is just 15. She came through to win that World Junior final. Always worth a mention in junior women's singles. Jin Wei Go, she won the Malaysian senior national title, aged just 14. She won the World Juniors, aged 15 this year. That's 4 years early. An incredible junior on the rise, and in a few years' time, I'm sure we'll see her in many of these top events. Bingjiao lost the semi-final to Mitani in Macau just last week or the week before. She also was in the quarterfinals of the Thai Open earlier this year, losing a very close game to Yu Sun, 21-19, 22-20. Chen Yufei beating PV Sindhu, as I mentioned, in the quarterfinals. She lost to Sindhu in Macau last week, but it was 3 sets. So an opponent that Sindhu does seem to have some trouble with. Chen Yufei also lost. In the World Juniors. Going out, the one that Jin Wei Go of Malaysia won.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Our
on my
umpire is
right,
Tommy
Chen
Oscaviano.
Yufei, China.
Just announcing the players on court.
And on my left, He Pingqiao, China. Chen Yufei to serve. Level, play.
Chen Yufei in blue at the far end. Bing Jiao nearest us in that illuminous pink, orange
love.
coloured shirt. They've met just once before, these
Service,
two.
Correction, service over. 1 love.
That was back in 2013 at the World Juniors. It was a very close match.
Two, love. Four, 3, love.
Great flat drive into the corner there by Bing Jiao.
Four, 4, love. Change.
Correction, the last time these two met was actually at the Bonnie Chinese Masters. Back in April, it was Bing Jiao that came out on top. Bing Jiao nearest us in that pink colour. It was 21-13, 21-10.
Service over. 1, 4. Service over.
Chen Yufei at the time, back in
5,
April, was only
1.
barely 17. Just a couple of months, and maybe the age difference, 18 months or so, played a part at the time. We'll see whether this final is any closer.
6, 1.
Great length there from He Bing Jiao.
Service over. 2, 6.
Great attacking play from Bing Jiao there,
Service over.
pressurising the net,
7,
following
2.
up that smash well. Fantastic net shot from Bing Jiao. That set up that lift
8,
that she was able to
2.
get behind. Moved out so fast, two-footed takeoff. And that straight smash, just enough on it for Chen Yufei to struggle with the return. The explosive power, the strength in the legs of Bing Jiao was so impressive.
Nine, 2.
Bing Jiao really taking control of this first game. 9-2 already. Chen Yufei just struggling with Bing Jiao's impressive attack. And the extra power she seems to be able to put into these smashes.
10-2. In the fall.
Yeah, small look there from Chen Yufei, just questioning, it seems, whether Bing Zhao's racket was over the tape, but nothing wrong with it according to the umpire. And again, great play from Bing Zhao on that early. Fantastic play straight into the body of Chen Yufei. Bing Zhao really playing almost perfect badminton in this first game. And has left Chen Yufei with a lot to do if she's to recover.
Your handle, please.
Recover and win this first game here.
Thank
Bing
you.
Zhao in full control so far.
11-2. Play. Service over. 3-11.
Yeah, that's a shame for Bing Zhao. She was just looking to mix up her attack with a drop shot, taking the pace off that. But she didn't put quite enough on it, and yeah, error into the net. Gives Chen Yufei a rare point so far in this first game.
Over. 12-4.
Great judgment there for Bing Zhao. She just
5.
felt that
12.
one was drifting
Change.
deep of the back line. But a great cross-court drop shot from
6,
Chen Yufei.
12.
Bing Zhao wasn't expecting it, wasn't down early enough to retrieve that. The disguise on the racket head was perfect. Yeah, great play from Chen Yufei there. Setting up that with
7,
the deception on that
12.
punch clear. Bing Zhao wasn't expecting it, and all she could do was recover with a very weak backhand overhead. Well, it was behind her almost. Better stuff from Chen Yufei.
12.
Taking it to her opponent the last few points. Getting on the attack and forcing He Bing Zhao to defend. That was a great fast drop though, this slice.
13.
Just adding
8.
that bit more angle to that attacking shot. Great return of serve.
Service over. 9.
Called in,
13.
both players finding the lines at the moment.
Service over. 14. 9. Service over.
And a few unforced
10,
errors creeping into the
14.
both players' games. The last few rallies haven't been more than 2 or 3 shots. Bit of tension out there perhaps in this Grand Prix Gold final. That's drifting wide and well left from Chen Yufei. She's closing the gap, 14-11 now.
11. 14.
Players just taking a breather whilst the moisture's mopped from the court. Very warm out here, of course. The humidity must be up in the 80s and 90s.
Play.
The temperature in here, I would say, is somewhere in the late 20s. And so very warm conditions for badminton.
Service over. 15. 11.
Great defending from Chen Yufei there. First the body smash and then picking up drop shots.
12. 15.
That last fast drop down the line, she really had to stretch. And the error eventually coming from Bing Zhao under no pressure, it has to be said. Cheers from the crowd as the drive into the body of Bing Zhao, it came back. She managed to get her racket on it, and yeah, there we see heartbreaking for Chen Yufei, who thought she'd won the point.
Service over. 13. 16.
Yeah, well left again from Chen Yufei.
14. 16.
It was well defended from Bing Zhao to start with. Very tight net shot from Chen Yufei in the middle of that rally, but she managed to get a good length with her lift and a good cross-court smash around the head
Service over.
by the left-hander.
17. 14. Chen. Thank you. Play.
Oh. Oh, that's a shame. What a great rally. Some incredible net play.
Service over.
And until the very last shot, the length from both players was incredible too. Really fine example of top level women's singles here. Well, Bing Zhao was in full control of the match at, I think it was 11-2 or 11-3 at the interval. Chen Yufei just clawing it back with some great defending work. Bing Zhao, it has, I would say, has taken her foot off the pedal a bit in the second half of this game. The first half was full of that kind of thing. Two-footed takeoff, incredible straight smash, following them up with great net play or drives from the front of the court. But we haven't seen that for the last 7 or 8 points until then. Bing Zhao perhaps just happy to let this game go through the motions until we might now see her explode like she did at the start of the game and really assert herself on this match. Oh, that's fantastic. She moved out into that rear corner around the head so well to play that straight smash.
16.
And followed up that with an incredible cross net. It was just out of reach of Chen Yufei. And you can see how much it meant to Bing Zhao, the Chinese junior. Fantastic smash though from Chen Yufei. It's not over yet, 17, she says, this game. 17-19. And an unusual error on the smash from Bing Zhao there this time. Under no pressure, that one was very short of the tape. Sign of fatigue, perhaps, we'll see, but that smash, nothing wrong with that one at all. The body smash this time brings about game point. This first game in this women's singles final. And that was well left, it was very wide. And H.E. Bing Zhao takes the first game, 21-18. So He Bingjiao taking that first game 21-18, showing a few signs of